So today we are going to make a revision about the whole units. طيب, let's start with the first type of the questions here, which is write the scientific term. The first one here, the most active metal. Do you remember the most active metal in the modern periodic table? It was called what? It called cesium. طيب, the second one, a gas that is used in cornea preservation. Do you remember the name of the gas that we use it in cornea preservation? It was called what? Called liquefied nitrogen. تمام. طيب, the third one, the non-metal elements are not exist in nature in elementary state. It's a type of non-metals. احنا قلنا ان هي they cannot exist in elementary state in the nature. They are called what? They are called halogens. They are diatomic elements. يعني الموليكيول بتاعهم consist of two atoms. Okay, like do you remember them? The fluorine, chlorine, iodine, bromine. All of them, they are called halogens, and they are type of non-metals which cannot exist in nature in elementary state. Type number 4, the element which has the largest atomic size. The largest atomic size, it's the cesium. And do you remember the smallest atomic size in the modern periodic table? It's called what? It's called fluorine. So again, the element which has the largest atomic size is cesium, and the one that has the smallest atomic size, it's called what? It's called fluorine. Type number 5, group of elements react with water forming alkaline solution. Group of elements react with water forming alkaline solutions. They are called alkali metals. And did you remember we said alkali metals, they are exist in S block in the modern periodic table. يعني هم موجودين في group 1A in S block. طيب, number 6, bond responsible for the abnormal property of water molecules. احنا قلنا ما بين الwater molecules في type من البونز اسمها ايه؟ اسمها hydrogen bond, and the hydrogen bond exists between the water molecules due to the higher electronegativity of oxygen compared with the hydrogen. وقلنا ان الهيدروجين بوند اللي موجوده ما بين الwater molecules دي هي responsible for the abnormality of water properties, اللي هي ان الwater boils at 100 Celsius degree and it freezes at 0 Celsius degree. طيب, number 7, kind of water pollution results from discharging of factories' wastes. When the factories discharge their wastes in the water, they causes what? They cause a chemical water pollution. Okay, the angle between the two covalent bonds in water. احنا قلنا الwater molecule consists of one oxygen atom and two hydrogen atoms. تمام. والtype of the bond between oxygen and hydrogen, it's called what? Single covalent bond. والangle between the two single covalent bonds in the water molecule, it equals what? 104.5 degree. Type number 9, the bond which links the molecules of water. I'm going to ask you about the hydrogen bond in a different way. The bond which link the molecules of the water together, it's called what? It's called the hydrogen bond. Type number 10, pollution causes rises in the water temperature. Do you remember the pollution that cause increase in the water temperature? It's called what? It's called thermal water pollution. وكنا قلنا ان thermal water pollution, it happens due to the nuclear reactors when they use water of seas or oceans to cool the nuclear reactor, and the thermal water pollution here, it causes what? Death of marine organisms. قلنا ليه بيحصل death of marine organisms? Because the hot water makes, أو the higher temperature in the water, it causes what? Separation of oxygen gas from the water. الأكسجين that dissolve in the water بيحصل له separation, فبالتالي living creatures that live in sea أو the ocean, they cannot find oxygen to breathe, فبالتالي بيحصل لهم إيه؟ They are going to die. Okay, number 11, an element used in liquid state inside the nuclear reactor. Which element we use it in a liquid state inside the nuclear reactor to transfer the heat from inside the reactor to outside? It's called what? Liquid sodium. So we use the sodium in a liquid state inside the nuclear reactor. Do you remember why? To transfer the heat from inside the nuclear reactor to outside, عشان طبعا الصوديوم is good conductor of heat أو thermal conductor. طيب 12, an instrument used in water electrolysis. Do you remember the water electrolysis؟ احنا بنعمل ايه في الwater electrolysis to separate the water component اللي هما الأكسجين and hydrogen. واحنا لما نحب نفصل الكومبوننت بتاعت الواتر into hydrogen gas لوحده والأكسجين gas لوحده بنعمل حاجة اسمها water electrolysis. بنستخدم electricity أو electric energy to separate the component of the water. طيب the name of the device that we use it in the water electrolysis, it's called what? It's called the Hofmann's voltmeter. It's called what? Hofmann's voltmeter. The next one, an element used in the preservation of cornea of the eye. We said it's called what? Liquefied nitrogen. The positive pole in Hofmann's voltmeter, احنا قلنا ال Hofmann's voltmeter consists of two poles. One of them is a positive and the other one is negative. And the one with a positive charge, it's called anode. It's called anode. طيب, kind of water pollution results from human activities. أي حاجة related بالhuman activity causing water pollution بنسميها ايه pollutant دي؟ They are called artificial water pollutant أو artificial water pollution. الwater pollution هنا حصل due to the human activity نتيجة إن إحنا throwing our wastes in the water أو due to the using technology فبالتالي في gases بتخرج فبتلوث الwater. كل دي بتحصل بسبب إيه؟ بسبب الhuman activity. مثلا building the factories near to the water أو using the nuclear reactors. كل دي حاجات بتؤدي للتلوث المية وبتكون بسبب الإنسان فبنسميها artificial water pollution. طيب, the addition of any substance to water that causes a change in the water properties and affect on living organisms' health. The addition of any substance to the water يعني throwing anything to the water. وطبعا بسبب ده بيحصل a change in the water properties. البروبرتيز بتاعت المية بتبدأ ان هي تتغير وبالتالي ده بيأفكت على ال living organisms health. فبالتالي احنا بنعمل حاجة اسمها ايه؟ It's called water pollution. طيب, it's an element used in food preservation. Do you remember when we talked about the elements and the uses of some elements in the periodic table? قلنا ان احنا عندنا في element used in food preservation and it's called cobalt 60. وقلنا ساعتها ان هو it's used in food preservation because it emits type of the rays. It's called the gamma rays that stop the reproduction of microbes inside the food without any effect on the human health. Okay, so the element used in food preservation, it's called cobalt 60. Type 18, a water pollutant that causes death of brain cells. Water pollutant because death of brain cells. It's called what? It's called lead. And do you remember when we talked, طبعا of course the lead here, it's one of the types of the chemical pollutant that causes chemical water pollution. وقلنا ان الليد because death of brain cells. وكان في كمان mercury, it causes what? Blindness. arsenic, it causes what? Increase in the liver cancer rate. So again, lead causes death of brain cells. mercury causes blindness. arsenic causes what? Increase the rate of liver cancer. all of them, they are caused due to the chemical water pollution. Okay, type gas which evolves at cathode during the water electrolysis. Cathode is the negative pole of Hofmann's voltmeter, and the gas evolves at the cathode. It's called what? Hydrogen gas. And the gas evolves at the anode. Do you remember? It's what? It's oxygen gas. يبقى in Hofmann's voltmeter, we use it to separate the component of water from each other اللي هو الأكسجين والهيدروجين. Hydrogen evolves at cathode pole and oxygen evolves at anode pole.
تقدر تتابع كل دروسك على تطبيق مدرستنا بلس. مدرستنا، المستقبل يبدأ الآن.